Alrighty then, we are back and we're live with episode 35 of the Counter-Strike Casuals podcast. And, here you go.
Oh, go on.
It's a Mexican lime and soda.
I didn't hear that. I've just...
Oh, okay, yeah,
That's
nice, that's
terrible.
it. That's very sophisticated, you're on the wine. El Vino did flow.
Yeah, I just had a nice steak with a red wine, mate. So far, yeah, continue it.
Okay, well, you enjoying that relaxing wine and steak. I will apologise if anyone was watching on videos for the state of my room and house. We've had guests non-stop for 3 weeks since babies have come, and my house is an absolute... I don't want to go into it. Let's just talk about Counter-Strike. Let's just get...
Ignore that.
Yeah. Let's get into the kid we all wish was ours, Donk. Do it.
Oh my god.
Imagine that was just your son, Donk, just running around dunking on people.
Well, I wouldn't be happy, mate. The language comes out of his mouth is...
Okay. Were you actually offended by it?
If he was my son, I would be. I mean, he's in esports, so I don't really give a shit. He's playing professional, so...
Probably making 300 grand a year, I mean...
But I do... He speaks a lot on his character, but like I've said in the past, I don't really give a shit about Counter-Strike players' character. Like, I just care about how they play, and he plays phenomenal, so...
He is mad. And I guess, like, I don't think we're ever going to see a, like, emerging... Someone burst onto an esport. No, we've never... No, there must be no time, and I don't watch many other esports at all. I don't watch any other esports. If anyone that listens to this podcast knows in like the esports world of any other like emerging talent that blasts onto the scene as hard as Donk, or has like been made such an impact at a big debut event and the first few events he's had in his career, then I'd love to hear, because it feels to me like you're never going to see anyone make an impact like this at all. I don't know. Simple didn't, did he? I don't think Nico didn't.
No.
Monacy had a lot of hype, but he didn't come into his first major LAN and fucking record a 1.7 rating and dick on everyone like this.
I mean, yeah, like the stat everyone's saying, the highest rating at like a big event was Nico, and that was in 2017. That's 7 years.
Yeah,
7 years ago, and he's done it on his debut. Like words can't describe this guy. Like the desk were saying after the game, after the final, like they're running out of words to describe him, and it's so true. Like he's ridiculous. Like when he was smashing everybody, everyone was like, "Oh, can I do it in tier 1?" I was thinking, "Yeah, of course he can." Like we see tier 1 guys don't do this well against tier 2 guys, but seeing it, like especially on the stage and everything else, he's 16. It's like
he's 17 now. I think he was 16.
Oh
when he
yeah,
first
yeah.
Got it.
So sorry, yeah. He's just turned 17, hasn't he? Like a few weeks ago. Yeah, just the guy's ridiculous, mate. Like absolutely ridiculous. I text you after it. He's killed CS, mate. Simple's not coming back. No way, Simple's coming back now. Absolutely no chance. He's like, nah.
What, you think he's just gonna give it up for this young blood?
I don't want any of that.
Really?
Yeah, he's not. Mate, Simple's not. Well, he might come back, mate, but he's not. He's not challenging that.
Did you see? Did you see the Face It FPL game after Kata? Did you see the screenshot? So Face It tweeted saying Donk's first FPL game after Katowice, and he was in like a mixed team against someone, and in the other team was someone called Simple, and he was bottom. Although there's a few comments under it saying, "Is that actually the real Simple?" But Donk got 46 kills. And his team won in his first FPL game on Face It after Kata.
Yeah, mate, he's like a robot. Like if he wasn't like, mate, imagine playing against him at like online. Everyone would be saying all sorts. I mean, people were calling him out on that nuke smoke spray, but the nuke
smoke spray was mind blowing, boggling.
Yeah. I think he's just played so much Counter-Strike. He plays his matches like he's playing deathmatch. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he does. And every challenge he wins. He wins every challenge. If he, on the rare occasion, doesn't, he's then got Zontix and Shiro just tidying up after him. So it's not It's not even that
Yeah,
like
I mean, there's been loads of hype around him. Let's not let's. I mean, he deserves it
yeah.
absolutely. Like he's phenomenal. But Shiro and his team, were good. The rest of his team were good. Like as we know, you can't do it on your own. He was phenomenal though. Like the only way you're killing that guy is like out positioning him or timing him, like shooting him in the back, or you've got to trade him. And even when they trade him, it's like he gets two frags. Like he was just ridiculous.
In the final, he posted a 1.93 rating. In the grand final and against FaZe, who look, there's a lot of chat about the overall state of Counter Strike at the moment and it not being the best quality. But FaZe or Vitality are the team that you're going to struggle against usually. And they over a best of five, they didn't look troubled, did they? They look comfortable. And even like Chopper, old man IGL, was winning duels on the nuke map in particular. I remember you and me watched the nuke map together actually, so that was quite fun. But like Chopper was winning like the odd duel which I thought he should have lost. It looked like he should have lost. He might not. I thought he didn't have the timing right, and he was winning. So even the guy that's bottom fragging, not expected to come pull it out of the bag, was kind of, taking people down. The only player I felt kind of held his own in that final was probably Rops and a bit of Frozen. Frozen actually I thought looked like he had more impact than his ratings gave away. Brokey looked abysmal, and we were watching Nuke, weren't we? And I was like, well, Brokey on CT was playing so aggressive. It was like he was, when you play bad. This happened to me last night when we were playing, wasn't it? When you're playing bad and you're playing so bad, and you're kind of in your own head that you just do stupid stuff. You like just rush out when there's an AWP or something, and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just panicking. That's how
Yeah, yeah,
Brokey looked in that grand final.
yeah. He wasn't great. I think he was the lowest rated player on the server, maybe.
Yeah,
But I think as much as I love Brokey, I do think FaZe could do with a better AWPer if they need to compete. Because Frozen, like you said, they've all been pretty good. Like even Rain, they've all been good. Rain was pretty good. He's playing his role very well.
he's turned up at some of
But
the big matches. I think the semi-final he battered Mouse. I didn't actually watch it at all, but from looking at the stats and stuff. Um,
yeah,
but in the final, he didn't play great either. I don't
what
think.
are
But
you? Where are you at with Donk right now? Like when he did the top 20, was he in the top 20 of HLTV? Because he was in
no,
mine.
no, he was
He
in
was,
mine as well. Actually, I think I put
yeah,
him like
he was pretty
15th or
high up in mine.
16th. I didn't put
Yeah,
him that high up, but you mean high up as in towards top five or
but what are you saying now? Like, where's he at? Because I'd
where?
put him, like, you could argue he's the best in the world.
Yeah, I mean he's amongst the top three, isn't he? He's amongst Rops. Zaru had a bad cato, right? Like they went out really early. Vitality were probably one of the most disappointing teams, but I guess when you are at the top and you're always pretty much been delivering over the past year and a half, you're going to have the odd tournament. So I think let's wait and see the major before you start judging and assuming Vitality is completely done and dusted.
Vitality, yeah, they lost to Ents and then lost to Heroic.
Yeah, and I think actually when you look at the stats, I think Zaru was still like the seventh highest rated player, and he had like the least amount of playtime, which I think he was
Well,
probably just let down by his teammates. So I still think you've got Zaru in there, Rops in there, Monacy, and then he's probably top four. He's
I
in the
would
top four.
honestly,
Where he changes in between them, I don't know. But yeah, he's just gone. Interrupting you.
I think in the CS world and CS community we're very much um, we're living the moment. Like whatever's just happened, we kind of ride on it. I wouldn't put Spirit as number one yet, even though they're ranked number 3.
Yeah, but that's fair
After
right
that,
now.
I would put them at 2. I would put Vitality 1, and I would put FaZe 3.
How can you put Vitality one over FaZe after that poor showing and
Because
FaZe just got
Vitality
so
will do
far
that.
now?
I get watch Vitality on the next tournament. They'll smash it.
Well, the
Vitality will
next
do
tournament's
that.
it's going to be the major, isn't it? So
Yeah. So Donk. I could put it, mate. I would say he's the best player in the world. Like honestly, I can't. After that performance, everyone's doubted him every single step. And right now, I would say, yeah, he's best in the world. But can he keep it up? Like it's consistency. I wouldn't be. I would if I was making a list right now. No, I wouldn't put him top. Contradicting myself slightly. But after that performance, I don't know how you could say no.
Mm.
I need a little bit more consistency, so let's see how he goes at the major and everything else. But like,
I really
I just
hope
don't know how you couldn't
he.
put him as the best player. He doesn't even up, and
Yeah,
he's putting up
he doesn't
ridiculous
even
stats.
up. That's mad. He doesn't even up. You're right. I forget that. I actually forget he doesn't up. I just kind of
Yeah,
assume he's AWPing and then just like throwing in the odd AK kill.
I said this like he's played the game since birth. It's like second nature to him. Like he knows the maps, he knows the positions, he knows everything so well. He knows what people are gonna do. Like I feel like it's not even a conscious thing that he's doing. It's just subconscious. Like when he sprayed that smoke we just mentioned, I think that was a completely subconscious thing. Like if you asked him why did you spray the smoke in that place, he would have no idea.
Almost
But
like,
he's
why wouldn't
played
I
Counter
spray it there?
Strike. Yeah, he's played it that much. He kind of knows, right? There's a good chance they would have walked out around this time, and they'd be about there. Like if they're not here next to the red crate and they're not at secret, they're gonna be like here. I don't know, but he's just second nature to him. Like it just him him playing Counter Strike is just like everyone else is breathing. Like it's
Yeah.
just second nature to him. He's a joke. I think he could be the best player in the world, and we're witnessing it.
Well, we'll see. But it was incredible. I don't know. Like I said, what more can you say about him? Like, fully deserved
So
to win and fair play
you
to him.
you kind of like you doubted Vitality number one there. What's your top three saying?
Well, I just think after FaZe getting to the final there, Vitality bombing out, I just don't think they won. I think you do. I kind of do agree actually with the HLTV rankings at the moment, which makes a bit of sense. I think it does go FaZe, Vitality, Spirit. Um, I think
So you think FaZe are better than Vitality?
yeah, just based on how I would say right now, I fancy FaZe to beat them over if they were to play them right now.
Really?
Yeah, but also I'm a FaZe fan, so I do I
I
do kind of have a bit of a
like that though from you. You need to be more of that.
yeah.
You need to be more behind FaZe, I think.
Well, I'm backing them right now. I think Frozen's slotted into that twist. I think Frozen's plugged that gap really well, and I think if they have more runs like that in Qatar and Rops delivers, Frozen delivers. I just watched them beat Falcons in the RMR, Europe RMRs, which we might have time to talk about if not. And Carrigan turned up with a clutch at the end as well. And I actually think it was like since CS2 was introduced, Carrigan's been playing slightly better than how he was in CSGO. I don't know what it is. He's still not setting the world alight or gonna be doing anything other than probably bottom fragging. But I feel like he's been winning a few more clutches and battles that he wouldn't have done in CS:GO. So I actually think it's actually slightly more suited to him. I don't know why or what part of it, but if FaZe have another run like that, let's say in the major, they get a deep run in the major. I don't think they're going to win the major, but they get a deep one in the major, and Brokey and Rain don't do more. That's when I think you start looking at both of them, and you start
Well, yeah,
thinking,
I think you should be looking at them now, to be honest. But you should start looking at them now. But obviously, you're not going to change anything before the major.
no,
I feel like FaZe are going to be looking at Spirit and Vitality, and they're going to plan for them, and they're going to underestimate the other teams and get knocked out early. Unfortunately, because I do like FaZe as well,
right,
and I want, like I've always said, I kind of want someone challenging Vitality. Spirit are definitely going to do that now.
yep,
Like
yep.
Spirit are up there. Like it's been one major tournament, but they lost one map against Navi,
Navi, yeah.
and
Which I
even
expected Navi
pretty
to
close.
have a deeper run than they did. I actually thought they'd get quarters or semis. I don't know. I have a good feeling about them, but then they just don't quite get there. They're just a bit too inconsistent. Wonderful looks like the guy that's dragging them through each game at the moment. So I don't know. They lost to Falcons to go out, and Falcons ended up having a good run as well. I think Falcons getting to the semi, they're
Yeah,
losing in spirit.
I wanted to shout them out. Falcons have definitely exceeded my expectations.
I didn't expect them to get semis actually.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't. I mean, they're ranked like seventh,
fifth, I think,
fifth.
fifth or sixth, something like that. I don't know exactly.
But yeah, they're up there anyway. I think it's seventh, but yeah, it's up there, and I think that's pretty. That's probably exceeded their expectations as well. Like, I don't think they expected to be so good so quick.
Mm-hmm.
Funnily, I noticed one of the stats that Boros was one of their bottom fraggers. I think it
Yeah,
was
I
the
don't.
game. Was it?
I think he's been struggling. I can't see him staying in that team long.
I don't know. He's the only Middle Eastern in the team, and did they not want to keep some kind of representation?
I don't know. Actually, it's a good point. Someone flying some fourth Middle Eastern flag.
Yeah.
Well, I just can't see him fitting in that team long. From watching a bit of them on screen as well, it's something. I don't think he vibes that well. But again, what you see on screen and what is actually going on is completely different, right? We know that. Look at bloody Heroic of old, and when they were having the hugs and kisses, and then stabby happened. So, the other team we've got to shout out is Ents, man. Ents and Glaive. Bad man like Glaive coming through with just getting Ents to quarter final, and then they lost to Falcons. But yeah, fair play to Ents. I would never have expected them to get to quarterfinals at all. Get that deep.
Beat Vitality and G2.
Yeah,
mate. And then they got beat by Mouse, and then was it Falcons after that? Oh.
So fair play. That's probably the surprise team of the tournament for me. But yeah,
and the surprise is Vitality getting fucking knocked out by Ents and Heroic. Heroic did slightly better than I expected. G2, bit of a disappointment. What's going on with G2, man? Like,
don't know, just Monacy playing well. I generally think Nico's struggling with CS2.
Well, I'm just looking now. Nico was 1.50 against Heroic.
Okay, well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Of that one game.
I feel like Nico pulls fucking stats out his ass sometimes. Like, yeah, and against Monty he was 1.48. Like, I watched the game and I'm like, oh, Nico's not played too well, but maybe that's just my expectations. Yeah, I mean, look at these. He's done pretty well. He did bad against Ents. So maybe that's where you.
But even before this, that whatever tournament was last, I didn't get the feeling he's been enjoying CS2 as much as I thought he would.
Yeah, and like I said, I think it's rip fucking CS2, mate, because Donk's here now and he's taking over. Everyone else has had their shine.
Yeah.
He's making Shiro look like he's like Robin. He's Batman.
Yeah.
Shiro's Robin. Mate, I never thought Shiro would be like the second best.
It's insane. I don't know what to do or say anymore. It is what it is. Like, if he wasn't on stage at a LAN with that many people and that many cameras on him, I'd be saying it's just bollocks, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just 100%. Just ban him because it's not.
Yeah, but that little girl is cheating. Mate.
Anyway,
just like even seeing him after the games, he's like so hyped in the games and he's got so much energy, which I love. And then you see him at the desk afterwards, and he's just this little kid, and he's just like, "No, I don't think I'm the best in the world." Like, no, you're just running around against some of the best players in the world, just taking heads.
Yeah. Well, KO was good. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed the final. Good fun. We had a little watch along, which we should do more of, so that's good. During
the RMR'S.
Oh yeah, go on. We want to talk about RMR'S first. I was just going to touch on how midway through the Katowice, they released a mad update for CS and then switched to it halfway through.
Oh yeah, we've not even touched on the update.
Mate, this is what happens. We've got donked in our own podcast. We just don't even know what we're talking about.
Oh, Donk's taking over everywhere.
Mate,
Go on.
my new kid I've renamed Donk. I just said to my wife, look, you got to change it. If
We should do.
we've not put it on the birth certificate yet, change it. Yeah, so the update got released. I instantly in a game bought a Zeus and tried to Zeus someone and missed that shot, whiffed it, and died, and thus. And do you know what? If I was just shooting them with the AK that I also had, I would have probably just.
You had an AK as well.
I had an AK. I was just like crouched down on like
Glad I
overpass
wasn't
at
there.
toilets, and I was like, right, this is it. Zeus it up, gonna rops him, and I've whiffed it completely. The pressure of just knowing I had to hit that one shot. I just went,
Yeah.
I went, zip, missed it, and the guy just went, fuck off, banged me in the head.
Yeah, the guy looked at you like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you weirdo. And then pick my AK up and ran up mid. So that's good. Will Zeus change much? I don't think so. It's just still gimmicky, and now you can do two gimmicks.
I think it's one of those where it's like the shotgun, when CS2 came out, everyone was like, oh, the shotgun's meta, and people started using it because I think Simple used it a bit, and that stopped. So people might use it for a while, and then it'll probably stop again.
I don't know. The auto shot is still pretty powerful.
Oh, you love it actually. You're
I do
using
enjoy it. Yeah. On certain maps. So they also gave the option to remove tracers. So I didn't realise so many people wanted this in, which I based just purely off Twitter. But then as soon as it got introduced, I've realised everyone's not using it anyway. No one's removing the tracers, and I actually did remove them for a couple of rounds, and it's awful. It's horrible. Like you can't tell. I couldn't tell where if it was spamming a smoke donk style is near on impossible because I couldn't tell where I was shooting anything. I was just like, I don't know what I'm actually doing. So I don't know. Seems like a pointless option. Well, it's an option, so I feel like
yeah. I think all options are good.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Obviously, loads of movement and Pika's advantage updates apparently and tweaks. I mean, this still feels a bit ice skatey, weird. A bit. What do you think?
I'm confused. Well, I've not played much. I had a hand injury and didn't play, but I played
He's got a hand
last
injury.
night.
How did you do your hand injury? I guess it was something like really manly.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. It was.
Was it on a saw or something?
Yeah. No, do you actually know? Did I tell you?
I can't remember. I think you did by the fact that I'm sarcastically prodding for what actually happened.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, I thought so. Mate, it was an avocado seed.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Okay.
The old avocado got me, mate. I always thought, how do people cut their hands getting an avocado
They don't.
open?
The answer is they don't.
No, mate, they do. It's like a
Do
thing.
they?
And I thought they're all idiots, and then I did it.
So,
But anyway,
how do you mean it's a thing? How did you just searched people cutting themselves?
no, it came up once. Like it's really common that people injure themselves. Like it must have been on social media somewhere that people cut themselves opening avocados. And I was like, what? And there was loads of like really nasty injuries from it.
So you're not able to play a computer game, which requires little to no real.
No, it was I couldn't like close my hand.
The size of the
I played like
plaster
this.
for an
I used
avocado
space to
cut.
jump. So I'm like,
Did you go to A&E? Did you go to hospital?
yeah, I've got stitches in it.
Shut up.
Yeah, they stitched it. They wanted to X-ray it and shit, but in the end they were like, I think you'll be all right.
And I always thought that you were like a
Mate, I cut my hand all the time. Yeah, I am.
northern lad, and you're out here cutting it on avocado. You should move down south with me.
Well, as you know, I'm a carpenter, so I use power tools all day, and I've been using big power tools that day, like in a workshop, and then I go home and cut myself with a little kitchen knife.
All right, so hopefully you get better soon.
Right.
So that means you haven't played much.
No, but I played last night because it is better. I played last night, and I'll be honest, I feel like it's probably I've not played in a while, so I don't really notice much difference. It felt okay. but I think it's just a placebo effect. A lot of people were saying it's good, but I thought you said as soon as you jumped on after the update, you said it feels a lot smoother.
It did feel a lot smoother. It does feel a lot smoother, and it does feel remarkably smoother than it used to. It's there's something still not it's still not quite CS:GO smooth, right? If we can just still nail it, a few more tweaks, it doesn't feel that far off. I still get lag spikes. Like again, it will only happen one per game. It'll be like proper like there to the other side of the map, and I'm like I've
Right.
transported, and I'm like what the
Well,
fuck.
is that your problem?
No, I've
Or is
heard
it
a lot of people have had that, and I
okay?
heard a lot. I've seen on Reddit, Twitter that is still a thing. It's not just like my internet shit, which
Is
I've
that
not got the greatest
did it
internet,
happen
but
with CS:GO though? Like, surely, like, people had these issues, like, I
so,
lagged on CS:GO, so everyone would be like, "Oh,
uh,
well, I lagged," but 'cause it's a new game, everyone's like, "Oh, it's a problem."
yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just making excuses, but something just does still feel slightly off. It's definitely the best it's been, 100%.
I think if you feel that way, then you feel that way. I think that's right.
Um,
Fair.
what else did they put? They put a button in so you could sell all your stuff you've bought, which is good quality of life change, fair play. And then obviously they've made it so that you can put stickers in absolutely any part of the gun you want, which
Well, obviously, everybody's just gonna make a penis.
everyone's made penises. And funny that, isn't it? The first thing is a penis.
Uh, like,
The majority
as
of
soon as if I worked for Valve and I was like, "Let's do this," everyone's just gonna make dicks out of the stickers.
why do
But so what? It's not gonna look like a dick, is it? It's just gonna look like stickers arranged in a rocket shape.
why though? Like for a game that's predominantly male, why do we all make dicks then?
Wait, why do we draw like as a kid? Like, why do you
What?
draw dicks on like your mate's homework or whatever? Like, it's just
Why
something
not
you do.
like
And
boobs? Like or whatever.
dicks are funnier for some reason. Dicks are funnier.
I actually thinking about it now. Maybe boobs are funnier to me because I don't really see them that often anymore.
Yeah, dicks are funnier.
um. Anyway, people have made dick guns. The thing about the sticker situation is, I always think, oh, I've got a sticker. I'm gonna put a sticker on the gun, and then I go to put a sticker on the gun, and I'm like, why am I putting a sticker on a gun? I'm like, I'm not going to do that. It's just weird. I don't know. I don't really understand why I'm doing it. The only sticker I've really enjoyed seeing on my gun is a Carrigan sticker because I like seeing my dad's name on my gun. And the other thing I've realised with skins more and more that the more expensive skins I actually don't think are that nice, and I enjoy the real plain quite nominal. Like I've got a slate AK, and you said the other day, "Oh, what's that AK?" It's just like a basically pure black, and I really like it. It's like a matte black. It's like I've just matted the whole kind of matte black, and actually one of my favorite skins. And it's like £3 because it's like simple, looks clean. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I've
yeah.
realised I don't like messing up these
No,
simple skins with
I was
stickers.
just trolling. It's actually a nice skin, but the nicer ones are
Right,
the
Dragon
way it.
Law. When I went on tradeit.gd today, sorry to interrupt. Dragon Law, the most expensive skin was a Dragon Law, £11,800. It's not even
Yeah,
a nice skin if you actually look at it.
decent. But what I think they're decent. Oh, it's also this. It's easy to make a nice skin that's black or white or very
One
fairly
block
neutral.
color.
When something's a bit more colourful or got a bit more going on, it's harder to make it look good. So I think that's why aesthetically people like that kind of stuff. Like a black car, for example, or a white car when everyone's just buying black and white cars
Mm.
because they're easy to make look good. Whereas like if it's harder to make all those colours and artwork and everything else look impressive. So I think the colourful skins do look more impressive to me. But the Dragon Law one, I think is nice. I do think it's nice, and probably also how rare it is comes into account, makes it how
Yeah.
expensive it is. He was that footballer that had like 30 grand's worth of skins and got banned.
Yeah, who was it?
Brazilian footballer.
Was it Neymar?
No, no, no. He was cheating. Whoever this guy was, he got banned for cheating.
Did he?
Yeah, and he had
I remember
30
you
grand's
sending it
worth
to me,
of
had
skins.
loads of skins. I don't think he was cheating because he got unbanned. I don't know, but
He got banned for cheating.
Oh, okay, well,
Talking of cheating,
yeah. Oh, lovely segue.
Cadian.
Cadian, lovely segue.
How do you feel about it?
Okay, so,
Go on, let everyone know, people who don't know what happened.
okay, so he was on Thingy Pixel on a Pixel stream. I've not seen the whole stream. I just saw the clip, and I don't know how he got into it. I don't know if on a Pixel asked him a question, but he basically was like, "Oh, basically when I was like 12 or something, I had this cheat and it was a wall hack." I love how they just kind of said I had this cheat, a wall hack, and he used it to learn the game basically, and it made me help. It made me good at the game. I think he said, "There you go. These cheats are kind of quote. These cheats are kind of what made me good at the game. I'm not even capping." He's down with the kids by saying that. If you don't know what that means, which I only actually recently learned last year what that meant, is he's not lying. Did you know that?
Oh, no, I didn't.
We are old, bro.
Wait, if you asked me, maybe I would have guessed. I'm not chatting shit.
I'm not even. Yeah, I'm not even
But
capping.
that would have been a guess, yeah.
Well, no, he's not capping. In case there was any, concerns, because I was kind of clueless. And when I installed these cheats, I kind of understood all the timings of when I could meet the opponent, how long I could run with the knife, if I get this kill, what reaction the opponent's going to do, because I was full on wall hacking. Because I was full on wall hacking. I wasn't half wall hacking, I was full on wall hacking. So, wow. So, 12 years old, I think is what he said. What's your opinion? Because,
Nah, I don't like it.
okay.
I'm a bit of a Cadian fan. Really
Yeah.
like the guy who wears his heart on his sleeve, and he looks like a bit of a mummy's boy, and he cries
Mummy's
on
boy.
stage and shit. Yeah, do you remember when he got his mum on the camera when he was being interviewed after a game? He won a big event.
Well, you've cut your hand with an avocado, so.
Well, yeah, and I liked him anyway, but now, nah, don't. Cheating is never okay. I fucking hate it. It really, really annoys me,
I
and
think he
I
was.
don't
I think.
think it's ever okay.
I think he was young, dumb, and yeah, it, that's what happens when you're young and dumb, I guess. But
I don't know, man. When I started out, was I playing when I was 12? I
I
bet I was
wasn't
playing when
playing
I
when
was
I was
12.
12. I don't think. Yeah, but I think.
I started playing. Oh, I started playing when I was like 13, actually. But still, I don't think it's ever okay. But it depends how it came about and stuff. Like if your mates were doing it and they were like, "Oh, use this,"
Yeah, I think. I think he's
and
obviously. I think in a weird way, pitching it like it in this way makes it seem less bad than it is. By pitching it was like almost like a training aid or like a tool. Do you know what I mean? It's like a bit worse. But I think he was
yeah.
just young and a bit stupid, man. But fair
So
play for
what?
him. Actually, did
Do you
set.
think it's fine?
I think it's fine considering he did it when he was a kid, and it's just like, yeah, fuck it.
I don't
I
think
mean,
I don't think it's ever fine, man.
he's
Like
he's a
you're playing
professional. Yeah, but he's a professional
playing with
counter
other
strike.
people.
Right? Yeah. Well, that sense, get it. But when you're again 12, 11, 12, 13, you're not thinking about that. It's stupid.
I think back then as well. Don't he's pretty old, isn't he? He's like 28 or something.
Yeah, so getting on, isn't he?
So back then, it's man, like when we were younger, people were cheating. Like when we first started playing, it wasn't like competitive like it is now.
Mm.
Whereas now it's like if you're cheating on like go on a casual server and fucking cheat or something. Don't go in competitive games and fucking cheat. Like you're just ruining everyone else's experience
Yeah, no, I
for
can get
yourself.
that. Yeah.
And yeah, just fucking I hate it. Yeah, not
Well,
happy
it's not
about
made me
that.
think any less of him as an adult professional who does it
Did
on the big
he
stage and.
Did he say anything like, um, looking back, it was a bad idea,
I don't
or
actually know.
I
I
don't
only got the.
condone
He
cheating?
seems
I don't.
quite proud of it
It
in the
seems,
Twitch
yeah,
in
exactly.
there.
Like it seems like he's almost promoting it. He's almost being
He was
like,
quite gassed up
if
when you watched the clip.
yeah, if you want to get better, cheat. It helps you with your timings.
And
That's what it sounds
and
like.
he said it on like the bigger streamers platform as well. So it wasn't even like on
Yeah.
Pixel's like
So
got loads of people right watching and following.
yeah.
But I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to help Liquid in the at the major. So.
Well, you better fucking start hacking because Liquid are dog shit.
All right. What else have we got then? Do you want to talk about the RMRs or?
Let's
You mentioned
quickly. Yeah, let's go through the RMRs. Have you've were kind of keeping up to date with it before, were you?
I was basically being a dad whilst watching. I watched a bit of FaZe Falcons, which was very good, always fun to watch. And yeah, I think from what I saw like 5 or 6 rounds towards the end on Nuke, and Frozen looked very good, very handy. I watched Carrigan get the clutch to win the game. Magisk was the one that was popping off a bit for Falcons, but yeah, FaZe beat Falcons 13-7 and kind of expected. They definitely did still feel like FaZe they are a bit wobbly still. They're not just as good as they once were, so we just got to keep an eye on that. What else going on? Oh yeah, Into the Breach lost their first 2 games. They only got 4 rounds across them. At one point, I swear, when I was checking the scores, let me just check now.
You got 13-3 against G2.
Yeah, that's
and
it. So
13-1 against Boom.
when I turned it on, I think I turned it or checked the score because it was during the day. I was at work. I think I looked on like round 4, and it was like round 5. It was 3-2 to G2, and Into the Breach had like won a couple of CT rounds, and I was like, oh, bloody hell, Into the Breach are going to be back, aren't they? They're going to have like a mad run and go like all the way into like the late stage of, and then G2 just were like shut up shop, and just Nico went on a mad one, fucking killed everyone, and Hunter did the same. I think they both like posted like pretty much the same rating, like 1.8 or something. So yeah, Into the Breach. I don't know. I think that's going to be over.
Navi won.
Yeah.
G2 won. The G2 beat obviously Into the Breach and Eternal Fire. Eternal Fire aren't bad, so that's a fairly good
Yeah,
win.
they've been
That
playing
went
pretty
into
well with Eternal
overtime.
Fire as well.
That was 16-13.
Yeah.
Fnatic got smashed by VP.
Yeah, but that's not surprising because VP have been playing really well, and VP were my pick for Kato. They just bombed out a bit, but yeah, I think VP are gonna I think they're gonna have a deep run in the major as well. I just think they had a bit of a mess up at Kato. I don't know if they weren't focused or what, but mate, weirdly, I think they could end up semi-final, final of the major. Like, so I think, yeah, that's not surprising considering the state of Fnatic as well. I mean, when was the last time you even actually saw Fnatic play? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they beat Bet Boom, which I don't know if that's anything to write home about.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully they get there. I mean, nobody's expecting much from them.
So
Yeah.
there's been a load of games today, all best of ones. I think tomorrow, I don't know what's happening tomorrow in the group ones. What whether that's, are they still best of ones? They're still best of ones as well. I don't know. Loads of games. It's good to have back on. Going to be watching a lot of it now. So as we head into the weekend, anything else you think we're going to touch on? Anyone you think?
No, I'm good. I mean, you mentioned Bleed before the podcast. I don't think they need really mentioning.
Well, the only thing I was going to mention was the Shinchenko, the footballer, his team. I think what was the story? I know the reason I was intrigued by it was because he subbed in and then they won that map. So he came in halfway through a map or at the start of a map, and then that's the map that they won. And then he did play the second map, and I think they lost. So like a footballer, soccer or whatever you want to play it. Here you go, Shinchenko. Yeah, and he posted 0.86. Mate, that's not bad. Like, you know, Carrigan posts worse than that sometimes. And
if
he's
I was
like,
playing Tier 1 Counter Strike, I'd be happy with that, or even
yeah.
Tier 2.
And so when he played, they won the map. They had a comeback and won the map. And I just thought, oh god, Cassard and Bleed, man, for all the hype, not the hype, but all the chat Cassard gives. And then after he tweeted saying things are going to change, and unfortunately, I think I don't know. I think
I'll give you a bet.
I think Cypher's going to be the casualty there.
Yeah, I think I'll give him a little bit of time.
But no one gets time in CS. It's actually like.
And I don't think he deserves it, to be honest, because he's such a big mouth. He's always mouthing off. I think after this, just stop giving people shit. Like, I know it's his job to like give feedback on the games and whatnot, but stop giving coaches and in-game leaders shit when they're actually doing a decent job, and you can't keep up. Big made a change as well. They got rid of Mantu and Sin, which surprised me. Well, it's surprising and it's not. I mean, the fact that I speak English because of one guy is a little bit like,
I get that, but I think it's harsh on Mantu, mate. The guy's a good player.
He's sick, mate, and he's going to be a good pickup for whoever wants to get hold of him.
Well, I was thinking this. Where? Okay, hear me out. FaZe for Brokey.
Nah.
No.
It's not an upgrade.
Cloud9 then. Cloud9 in an AWPer.
Are they speaking Russian?
Yeah. Bloody Russian. Russian. Well, I guess they are. The only person that's not is Hobbit, right? But yeah, you're right. So who needs... Mate, Mantu's a good player. And I think that he's the one that comes out of that unfairly, personally. So I don't know. Or Bleed. Go to Bleed. Do you know who I also was thinking though? Who Cloud9 should get as an AWPer? They should get Zorti from BetBoom. Russian, good AWPer. BetBoom doing fuck all. Cloud9 actually look pretty good. And probably get rid of Axile. Now Axile's not been playing great. Hobbit. Wait, who did I see? They played someone the other day, and Hobbit was a demon on Overpass, holding Monster like a turret. I can't remember what game it was, but Hobbit looked really good, and Hobbit's been playing well since Boomage came into the team. And I really like seeing Boomage back in that team. I actually think Cloud9 could be super exciting if they just sort the AWPer. I think sack Axile off, get Zorti in. Cloud9 are a sick team. You heard it here first.
There we go.
There you go. Solved it. Mantu, don't know, but he deserves to go somewhere. If Brokey doesn't perform at the major, sack Brokey off, get Mantu in as an AWP. Trust me. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, team.
I think Brokey's a better AWPer than Mantu.
Not performing anymore, though.
Mate, everyone's going to want Brokey if he's leaving.
I don't want him. I've decided. Right. I think we'll wrap things up there, unless you've got anything else you want to touch on before we call it a night.
All good.
It is actually Valentine's Day, so we should probably go see our wives and say hello.
If they're still here.
Well, they've just left. Well, you've gone all blurry, mate. There you go. As soon as I mentioned the wife, it blurs you out. You're done. Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
She's fucking sabotaged you. All right, so we'll do our best to get another one in next week. I must admit, it's my fault. I'm all over the place with family and life. As you can see, the state of my house and my face and my beard.
I think you've put that mess there. You've got all these clothes and put them in just to make it look like your life's really
yeah, that sounds like something I'd do. Let's watch some RMR'S. Let's catch up next week and see how we get on. So yeah, GG's. Thanks again for everyone listening. Feedback we get on the Spotify episodes is listened to and appreciate it too. So yeah, keep it coming, guys. Right.
Bye.
Bye.